Hello, Just Too Good here, and today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Super Mario Blind Bag Series 1. These have 1 of 10 characters and retail for $5 a pop, where they release August 1st, and each of these interact with the LEGO Super Mario figure that only comes in the starter course set. But you can still build them on their own if you don't have the figure, and let's take a look at each of these individually. The first character we'll take a look at is Bullet Bill. This has a new print on the 2x2 at the front for the eye design. Also, we have the Technic pin arms in white, which can be moved up and down. Those are just on modified 1x2s with the Technic pin hole. At the top, we have the factory applied sticker that interacts with LEGO Mario. When Mario jumps on the Bullet Bill, it interacts and gives you 1 coin as if you just stomped on the enemy. And each figure comes with a small build, and these are on round 4x4 plates, which is a new piece for the LEGO Mario line. This one seems to be in the desert with a cactus, and the cactus build itself is actually pretty cool. I like how they use some studs not on top techniques for that. That's it for Bullet Bill. Next is Peepa. This has a 3x3 round tile for the face print at the front, and then we have a 2x2 round tile for that sticker applied at the factory at the back. And when Mario knocks these over and jumps on them, he actually can't jump on them and stomp them unless you have the star. And the star comes in a few sets, but once you have that, jumping on a Peepa will give you a bunch of coins. And the build for Peepa is just a small castle area. This is on a 4x4 round red plate. Not too much else going on with this build though. For Buzzy Beetle, we have this new shell piece, which they also use for Koopa Troopa, but this is in a nice blue. The build for the shell is pretty interesting, where we have a 2x2 area to put a tile inside there, but if it gets stuck, you do have this hole at the bottom so that you can just put a pole in there and push out whatever is stuck inside. At the front, we have an exclusive printed double cheese slope with the face. Also, these 2x2 feet designs at the sides, which have printing on it as well. Tail at the back. And this is an enemy that requires Mario to jump on him twice, which doing so can get you a fair amount of coins. And the build with Buzzy Beetle isn't anything too substantial, but we do have this small black build at the back, and this is on a 4x4 round red plate. The build for Urchin has a printed 1x2 for the eyes. This design has these little mini pyramid pieces all around to make it look like they're little spikes on the sea urchin. This design even has some spikes at the top as well. The tag is at the back on a 2x2 tile, which when Mario jumps on it, just gives you a single coin. And the build for Urchin is on one of those new round plates, but in blue. This design actually is pretty cool, how they have these translucent 2x2 round bricks, and then we have this splash design right here, which is a newer little splash gear piece. I guess that's the best way to put it. Splatter gear, I'm not entirely sure. Next is Spiny, who has a pretty similar build to Buzzy Beetle. This design even has those printed 4x4 feet. This design even has a tail at the back, and the shell piece is also used for Bowser Jr., but in different colors. We have the tag on that 2x2 tile at the top, which when Mario jumps on Spiny twice, you get some coins, which doesn't really make sense because in the games, the whole point of Spiny is that Mario can't jump on them because they have spikes at the top. This one just has a tile at the top. Oh well, close enough, I guess. And the build with Spiny has a small grassland design, where we have these 2 trees at the back. Actually kind of like the studs not on top technique they have building these. The build for the Paragoomba has a new face print, which is different from the 2 existing LEGO Goomba face prints. This is the common one, and then this one also comes in the Yoshi's House set. So it's nice that they have a little bit of variation, even if it's not the same enemy, since this one does have wings. We do have that new wing piece as well, which is really nice to get, as well as that new 2x2 feet piece. At the top is the toy tag, which does have a specific one for Paragoombas. But it is a shame because it's the same as a Goomba, where if you jump on it once, you just get a coin. It would have been cool if it required 2 jumps, since in the games you have to de-wing them first before destroying them. And the build with the Paragoomba has a floating cloud, which uses some of those panel pieces in clear as well. The front has a little part of a pyramid, and all of this is on a round 4x4 yellow plate. For Babam, this same exact Babam design comes in the Guarded Fortress set, which is kind of lame when all the other characters have an exclusive print here or there in this series. Still, I like the build for Babam, where we have this clockwork at the back and the new flame piece at the top. Also, the sticker is to the right, which is a little bit unconventional. And how these work is when Mario knocks them over and jumps on them, you have enough time to jump a bunch of times on it again, but if you get caught and keep jumping before it explodes, well, you're screwed and you lose all those coins. However, if you knock over the Babam and keep jumping, what you get off of it before it explodes, you can actually keep all those coins, which is pretty good. And we have another grassland build for Babam, which has a small hill design. Not too much going on here for the build with Babam. Next is the Eep Cheep, who has a printed 1x2 at the front. Like the Cheep Cheep in Urchin, I love how they did that mouth design with the 1x2 jumper and that stamp piece in pink. At the back, we have the little tag as well, and these new wing pieces clipped on. To be fair, though, this is the same build as the Cheep Cheep in the Toad's Treasure Hunt set. It's just a change up of colors. Even having the same reward, where if Mario jumps on one, you get 1 coin. The build with Eep Cheep is on a round 4x4 blue plate, and there's not too much going on here, just a little bit of scenery to set the scene. Then there's Blooper, which the design for is actually a pretty unconventional build. I wasn't expecting it to be built this way, but it works pretty well. It does look much better from the front, though. I mean, aside from the tag and everything, it just looks a bit flat at the back. I like the print on the sloped piece for the eyes. And when Mario jumps on one, it just takes 1 stomp and you get a coin. The build with this set actually has a pretty nice inclusion with the new coral piece. Really like getting that in a very cheap set. Also a 4x4 round plate in blue. And finally, we have Fuzzy. This design of capturing that very crazy look Fuzzy has using these small pyramid pieces and 1x1 tiles actually is pretty cool. I like how that came out, though it is hard to line up all of those 1x1s. Either way, we have a print of the 2x2 for the face at the front, and then we have the sticker piece at a 2x2 tile at the back, which when Mario jumps on Fuzzy, you get 1 coin. And the build with Fuzzy has a color scheme that kind of reminds me of New Super Mario Bros. U with those hills over there. And you could also push down the stand that Fuzzy's on, just like that. So it's easier for Mario to jump on him. Here's the box. It's a little blister box or booster box, which reminds me of the Lego minifigures ones. You got those little character images at the side. The packs are similar to the newer Lego minifigure bags as well. Oh, and the back shows an ad how you could connect these to the starter set and shows a little checklist of the others. So overall, I love the idea of this blind bag series because if you don't care about the course building system, this is a fantastic way to get characters you love, where it's only $5 and not only do you get these iconic Lego Mario characters, but also there's a small side build, which I like. You know, Lego CMF series don't have side builds like that. These not only help expand the courses of Lego Mario and get these really cool new pieces into the hands in a very cheap way, but also they just have a nice display to have them displayed on their own. So if you want to just display a bullet bill on your desk, not only do you have a bullet bill now, you have this nice cactus build as well. My only complaint would be that Bomb is the same as the one in the sets. I know that's not a big complaint for a lot of people, but to me that's just a little bit annoying. If all things considered, though, I'd rate this series an A, where I think this could appeal to so many people, not only for these iconic Nintendo characters, but also just because these have a great value to them, where there's a lot of new interesting pieces in a very cheap set. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.